Arjun, my entire journey with food, right? I'll rewind a bit because I started out as a chef. I went to culinary school, got my degree in the culinary arts, but then was not able to make enough money. Okay, and my story is actually, it's not like I stepped away from the hotel industry because I stopped loving it or anything like that. I loved it, but I just didn't make enough money. So I ended up chasing a paycheck, and that's why I started doing different things. I ended up working in a call center for a bit. I worked at Google for some time. Eventually, ended up as a founding team of an e-commerce company. And throughout this journey, right, I've always thought that I would stop my tech journey or my corporate journey, let me call it that, at some point, and then I'll start a restaurant. The interesting thing that happened, I think this was when I was working at Google in the early 2000s, was that I really started liking it. I started liking the corporate side of my life as well. And while I did miss being a chef, I said, look, maybe I can do both of them, right? So I decided at that point that I was going to have some kind of a side hustle in food. Okay. Actually, this predates Google as well. When I joined the call center, then that was probably the biggest leap I took because I hated it. I couldn't stand it. I felt like I'd sold my soul. I was like, dude, hotel management was expensive, man. It put a big strain to get me through college. And not to mention, like, I went from flipping omelets on a balcony in Munnar, which is a lovely hill station in Kerala. You must visit. I'm sure you've been. But I went from doing that to sitting in a cubicle selling computers at Dell. And that felt like a real betrayal to myself. And then I was like, dude, we got to fix this. But I still needed the paycheck. So I'm working in the call center, but I'm also cooking on the side. So my side hustles in food have taken many different forms. So it's been a food blog. It's been sending party snacks, something or the other. Right? Just keep that little flame alive. I think at some point, right, this side hustle became a larger part of my life. And it entered a 50-50. And I think just through rigorous understanding of my own productivity patterns and just what pays the bills and what keeps me happy, I managed to hit that balance of doing these two things. I know it sounds chaotic. It is chaotic sometimes, but it is a beautiful chaos that I thrive in. So for me to balance these two things, it actually, it feels very nice and feels very comfortable. So I think I'm in a good place that way. Is it hard to run two companies? It is. So at some point I actually had to merge some of the efforts. My accountants actually don't like this side of it, but we figured it out. So that's where I am.